What's up, guys? Welcome to the Max Life Student Resource. We got a couple of announcements for you.
Well, what is up, Max Life? Hey, the Max Life Family Challenge scavenger hunt starts right now. So grab your families and let's get active. The 3 fastest times win. You need to submit your fastest time and a photo collage of all the pictures from the scavenger hunt directly to Pastor Chad. The 3 fastest times win a prize shipped directly to your front door, so you will not want to miss out on this. So make sure you grab your families and let's get started, okay? Oh, hey, Jonah, here.
We want to make sure you're in the Zoom boom rooms. Ask your parents to check their email. These are live chats with your Max Life pals. That's why we're posting this resource so early, because we want to make sure you're in there. So get in there, talk to your friends, talk to your small group leaders. It'll be a great time. You thirsty, Alex?
Sorry, Jonah, but I prefer diet. This is your first time with us. We are so excited that you're here. Please feel free to let us know if this is your first time and DM us on Instagram. Mazzy, go long.
All right, well, we love you, we miss you, and the Max Life leaders are praying for you. We're so excited that you're going to be joining us, so let's get started.
Mountains aren't just funny, they're hill areas.
What's up, Max Life? We're back at it with another installment that you are going to love in our series called Streaks. Now, we've been learning how to streak healthy habits, and it's been way too much fun. Have you ever been stuck? I don't mean stuck, I mean stuck. One time I had a chance to bush hog using a skid steer. Now, I was basically mowing with a mini bulldozer, and it's called a bush hog because it would mow over just about anything. So here I am by myself out in the middle of nowhere, bush hogging this massive field. I'm mowing over tall, thick grass, bushes, small trees, stumps, big trees. Bro, I am crushing it. I'm cutting everything in sight. And the thing about a skid steer is it's kind of like how you drive one of those massive arcade games at Frankie's. You get into it and you've got 2 handles here, and you want to go left, you pull to the left. If you want to go right, you pull to the right. If you want to go forward, you pull both of them forward. If you want to go backwards, you pull them both backwards. So I'm cutting everything in sight, and it's like my personal mission, and I am rolling. That's what a bush hog sounds like, in case you're ever wondering. So I come over this tiny little hill, and I feel a dip. I feel a dip coming on. What's up? A dip coming on. And I didn't think much of it. It felt like a small hole with a little bit of moisture, like some water maybe in there. And so I go down the field a little bit more, and I come back and make another pass. And when I do, I sink, and I throw mud everywhere. And I have ran into this massive hidden wet area, and now I notice that I am sinking. Yes, that's right. I am sinking. So I'm like, I can get out of this. I've got a mini dozer. Let's get this thing working. So I pull to the left, I pull to the right, and nothing happens. I pull forward and I pull backwards, and I do this for a couple of minutes, and I am going nowhere. And I notice that my all-powerful, all-mowing mini bulldozer is sinking lower and lower and lower the more I try to move it. My first reaction is to freak out. That's right, freak out. Absolutely, because the wet, thick mud is sucking my mini monster machine to the Earth's core. And I'm strapped into this death trap, and I quickly realized that if I don't move, I am going to die. It may not have been that bad, but in my head, that's where I was already at. So the mud is rising, and I'm trying to escape like this thing is going to blow. I'm trying to get my seatbelt undone. I'm trying to raise this bar that's got my legs strapped in. I'm trying to raise it up so I can get out real quick. And just before my demise, I escape, and I jump. I jump out as far as I can onto dry ground, and I drop and I roll to safety. I was stuck. I was so stuck, I had to call this massive wrecker to come and winch out this skid steer out of the deadly mud hole. Question for you, Max Life. Are you stuck? Because at this point, we've been quarantined for so long, you probably feel stuck. And now school's canceled for the year, and that can be tough for a lot of you. And maybe you've tried to read the governor's re-entry phases a couple times, and you're like, I have no idea what this even means. Maybe your eyes are burning because you've been watching so much Netflix, or your fingers are hurting because you've been scrolling through TikTok so much, or because you've been crushing Fortnite. Our strength this week is to unplug and move. That's right, we're going to encourage you to press pause, to take a break from all things electronics that you can to get our move on. Now, I'm not saying that being connected is bad, or playing Fortnite or TikTok. These are bad things, but we cannot get stuck doing these things all day, every day. We need a break, and we are created to move, so we have to unplug and go. All right, we got two things to help us move. The first thing, get physical. That's right, we're going to get physical, man. Let's get our sweat on, let's get our heart rate up, let's get outside, and let's get physical. Right now, Max Life is issuing a family scavenger hunt that was designed for you to do just that, to unplug and go, to get outside, to get physical, to run around, and to get our move on. It was epic, man. We did a trial run with a sucker for our family, and we crushed it. And I wonder if you will beat our time, because I don't think you will, because that's how much the Macy's have crushed it. So get your hands on that scavenger hunt and let's have some fun with it, all right? There's actually a metric ton, that's a lot, of ways that you can get physical. You can take bike rides, you can play sports, you can go on walks, you can even go exploring, even in your own backyard. Or you can be like Coach Watt and work on your push-ups.
4,998. 4,999. 5,000.
Wow, that's impressive, Coach Moi. 5,000 push-ups with one finger, that's impressive. Pop those triceps.
Boom. Boom. Didn't expect to see that, did you?
No, Coach Didi, that's your bicep, not your tricep, but that is very impressive. Students, the bar is raised. That's how you can move. You can also take this time to get your workout on. But PC, I don't even know how to work out. Max Life, don't you worry. We got you, because when we say move, we mean move. Check out this video to help you get started.
This exercise is called the squat. What I need you to do is set up with your feet underneath your hips or a little wider if need be. I want you to engage your core. This will ensure that we are protecting your back and we're setting up your body to do this exercise properly. We're working on lower body, so let's really think about that. I want you to sit back as if you were sitting back into an imaginary chair. You're gonna come up and squeeze your seat. I would like you to do 10 basic squats and then 10 squat jumps. All right, let's get started. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. My core is tight. 4, I'm squeezing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you're advanced, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job.
Boom, Max Life, get physical. Now, the second thing to get your move on when you unplug and go is notice the creator. That's right, notice the creator. As you go outside and get moving, notice the beauty all around you. Even though the whole entire world is going through a pandemic, it's still beautiful outside. The pollen is gone, the flowers are blooming, the birds are chirping, the bugs are moving, the frogs are croaking, the clouds are fluffy, and the sunsets are glowing. Even sitting on your back deck, looking at the stars or looking at the blue sky can do so much to help you notice the creator. And nature is alive. It's all around us, and we need to notice it and thank the very one who actually created it. Did you know that the Bible is very clear that God is the creator, and we need to notice his masterful work every day in the landscape of our lives? As a matter of fact, the very first line in the book of the Bible opens up and it says, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth is so beautiful. I mean, it really is. Check out what the book of Psalms, chapter 8, verse 9 says. It says, how majestic is your name? Speaking about God, okay? It says, how majestic is your name in all of the earth. Even with this being such a scary time, when we take time to unplug and go outside and move and notice the beauty in creation, it pulls our attention off of our fear and off of the unknown, and it can refocus us and remind us that God is still moving and he's alive and active in our everyday life. In Psalm chapter 19, verse 1, it reads, "The heavens declare the glory of God," which means the awesomeness of God. "And the skies proclaim the work of his hands." And that means that the skies tell us about the work of God's hands. A good place to start in the Bible, if you want to read about all the beauty in creation, is the book of Psalms. So start there this week. The Psalms, simply put, is a book from many different authors in the Old Testament, and it has 150 songs and prayers, and it is awesome. We'll be sending more verses this week in your Devos. And we want you to get outside and even in your own yard and think about these verses and the beauty that is all around you. That's your Street Max Life. This week, we be moving, baby. So unplug and go. Here's a quick review. Move, unplug and go, get outside, get physical, and notice the Creator. You've been killing it, Max Life. We've been hearing all about your PB&J, your prayer, Bible reading, and journaling, how you've been serving, and you've been doing some really cool extreme things to make sure you get into your live chat. So keep it up. Remember, our goal for you is to try to help you build healthy habits in your life that revolve around God. COVID-19 has nothing on you. You're growing closer to God now more than ever. As always, our prayer for you will be on the screen. If you need anything at all, make sure you let us know. We miss you, we love you, and we love connecting with you like this. And we'll see you in our live chats. Let's pray.